Hi everyone. Today we're going to take a quick look at a rail bridge inspection using drone aerial data. So as we zoom in closer and closer, you can see the area covered by the drone up here, and underneath and around is the satellite data at a much lower resolution. As we zoom in further and further though, all the details start to pop out. So you can see every little aspect of the rail track there, including individual pieces of ballast. So it's really incredible level of data that's possible to be captured these days. It starts to get interesting though when we look at it in full 3D. So we'll just take a look around the head wall here, and you can quite clearly read the kilometrage off the sign there, and we'll zoom in further, and you can see that the sleeper on top of the head wall's in pretty bad shape. It's crumbling away. We can read the writing on the side of the rail track, which we certainly wouldn't be able to from directly above. So you can see that it's just a very intuitive, natural way to look around an asset like this. You don't need specialist training, you just jump in there and start looking around, and if you spot anything that you want to look at in closer detail, then just zoom in. So here on top of the pylon you can see there's a bolt that's come from somewhere, so we'll just take a quick look around, and they look like they're all in place and the sleepers above, so I'm not sure where that's come from. But probably a little bit more interesting is this concrete cracking. So just have a bit more of a look around, and you can actually see down the right hand side here, it's really grinding into that a top layer of the concrete. So definitely concerning. We should just take a look at the original photography though, just to make sure there's not a problem with the model. So in Insight, you've got this right hand panel where you can look at the original photography, and the left side is your 3D model. And so as you look around the 3D model, the 2D image just updates as you go to show you what the nearest match to that is. So it's always very, very easy to find the 2D image of the feature that you're looking at. You don't have to go looking through thousands of photos. So yeah, just verifying that the cracking and the gouging is definitely an issue in the original photography as well. We'll just look at that from side on, and you can actually see there's a misalignment between those bearing plates, probably about a half centimetre there at this point. So yeah, definitely a potential issue there to be resolved. And just looking around a bit more, not really a problem, but just showing off some of the detail that can show up from the inspections. Is this creeping vegetation going up there. Another issue as we look a bit further along though, on this last pier, is you can see that these sleepers have been reused from another project. You can see the double holes, and this one hasn't got a bolt through it, so we might be wondering if it was never installed or it's fallen out from somewhere. And if we just tumble the 3D view here, then it'll start to become apparent what's happened. So clearly that one's shaken out of there and fallen onto the top of the pylon. And its base plate would have then tumbled off the side and is probably sitting down in the sand below, so we probably won't find that again. But while we're down here, we'll just have a bit of a look around. The base of the concrete pylon here is a bit strange. That would have all been underwater. You can see this deep gouging down the sides. It's probably worth a bit more of a closer look from somebody on the ground at some point. And from an environmental perspective, you can see the creek bank scouring here, caused by the water flowing around that pylon base. So yeah, a few things of interest here. So hopefully that's given you a good overview and an introduction of the sort of observations that you can make from these models, and just how easy it is for anybody to look around. So you don't have to be an expert. All stakeholders can now view and help assess or make notes on these sort of models. The software itself is still in development at the moment, but as you can see, quite functional, and the next phase is adding our annotations and notes, and to talk to third-party software. Thanks for your time.